feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drip. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought
no gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own. And he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He's 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
At the 19-yard line.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Chargers 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
He's across midfield to the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's a gain of a yard.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
At the 27-yard line.
Bridgewater on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat. Had open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
I love how Melvin Ingram plays the game. The toughness and a motor that absolutely will not quit. Knows how to get around all types of obstacles to get to the quarterback. He's had at least 7 sacks a season going back to 2015 and been a Pro Bowler for 3 straight years.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Charger drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Williams the intended target, and it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Third down.
Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Double team, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And Anderson's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
First and goal at the
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Panthers 17. Chargers nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, look your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Just a yard to go here on second down. Play action. It's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. Boy, So another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Ball carrier.
Second down and 5. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. Third down here.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
The tackle made.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Ball keeps moving.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 43 yards.
15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Panthers 20, Chargers 7.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he powers his way up past the 30.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Bridgewater. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Running on first down, Eckler. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Here is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 67 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
carrier.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. He's got Allen. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From the 50, here's Herbert. This is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Bridgewater now from the 50. This is caught. He hits more. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. First down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee. Don't let alibis crash if I finally starting to realize never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could call to we're talking about your to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this is jungle, the top always gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush up for nothing? Why the rush up for nothing? Why the rush up for nothing? Agitated illusion, only been for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution, maybe not should I do it. Just put it in the music, just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They're searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No city was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out.
did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Ay. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't kill what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that...
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mason Crosby is NFL 21.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. His throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards.
On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
3rd and long.
From the gun, Murray out to his left. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
At the 5-yard line.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Packers 8-yard line.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Murray now, third and goal. Sliding it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dean Lowry able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The Packers take over.
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
A lot of people thought the Packers might struggle a bit in 2019, but that was not the case. 13 wins, a trip to the NFC Championship game, and they were led by their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who led their team to a Super Bowl title after the 2010 season, and many thought that was the first of what would be many more. So precise with the football. 26 touchdown passes last year and just 4 interceptions. He knows how to get it downfield and still take care of it as well.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
50-yard line.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
At the 41.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
It's 2nd and 8.
On second down, it's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Brought down behind.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
3rd and 8.
And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was taken down by Chandler Jones.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Jones breaking, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And that's something we saw.
Hammering from the goal line. He loses the football. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Murray now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No good. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He starts by handing this off to Drake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. They find some open field here. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Murray's pass.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him to have 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
2nd and 6.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal.
Intended for Mercedes.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing now is Murray. They'll set up the screen to Drake. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Murray, he's used to moving fast in Oklahoma. He'll get his guys up to the line. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Murray now on 1st down. Forced out to his left, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Well, this is caught by Williams. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
A 23-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
The ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line.
So we come upon, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Cardinals 6.
The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That's good.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. On 1st down, Jones.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Devon Kennard.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
A gain of 1 yard.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
No good.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
And he hits Drake. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Tackled back at the 30-yard.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Cardinals. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to take off with it.
Murray on the keeper. A gain of 15.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
Taken down at
A gain of 3, second down.
a 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Murray stepping up. He's going to keep it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The ball carrier.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Murray escaping the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will make it into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Pushing tacklers aside. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, 39 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And he missed it again. Fourth time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Kicking team.
And out of bounds there on the kick. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Operating from the gun, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Brings ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. He's got it to Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And this is incomplete.
Murray's pass intended for Larry Fitzgerald. Incomplete.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Rodgers on the keeper.
2nd and 11 now.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here's Jones.
47-yard line.
Shrugs off another. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on